Hello, friends. In the last couple of months, this channel has gone from under 200 to 233 subscribers as I record this, which itself calls for a celebratory video. And then I have my New Year's resolution, in which, aside from the weekly uploads of audiobook chapters, I will do at least one monthly video with original content. Well, the end of January is almost upon us, and this video will have to suffice for all three purposes. Of course, I ended up doing everything at the last possible minute and with the least possible amount of effort. Indeed, disaster struck when the original recording of this video was lost due to ham-fisted bad processing, and I had to re-record the whole thing, once again, last minute, minimum effort. I have to say, although Audacity failed me this time, as it did not save the previous raw recording before I very stupidly overwrote it with the processed recording, Audacity has been a really good, simple to use, easy to learn software in the time that I've been using it, about 1.5 years. Previously I was using a different recording and editing software called Reaper, and while that is excellent and extremely flexible, it seems to me to be a little bit too feature-rich and too powerful for my purposes, that Audacity, with its extreme simplicity, does not require. On a different note entirely, I have never been a Twitch user, although I did have an account at one point. I barely ever posted on it, largely because I never found a community where I felt comfortable in there. On the other hand, I have very recently started to post on Mastodon, where I very quickly met some like-minded people in a particular instance. If you hate what Twitter has become, or just never liked it in the first place, I highly recommend checking it out. Mastodon has come under some criticism of late, but I feel that a lot of it is just people who really want the Twitter experience, but not on Twitter. Mastodon is its own thing, and that's one of the reasons I happen to like it. It doesn't have the features which I dislike about Twitter, such as an engagement-driven algorithm, verified accounts, and commercial posting. While these are features that are well-nigh requirements for any would-be influencer or whatever, I don't feel a great desire to grow my audience as quickly as possible. On the contrary, I would prefer to grow my audience in an organic way, through word of mouth, or just people searching the terms of the videos that I have recorded. My reason for recording and uploading leftist audiobooks has little to do with any desire for recognition. If I did seek out recognition, I would be in completely the wrong genre. It is simply that I see a need out there for this kind of literature, and very few people fulfilling it. Currently, my most watched video, aside from the one clickbait one that I did, is the 18th Brumaire of Louis Bonaparte, Chapter 1. One of the first videos that I did, and certainly not the best done. This gives me hope that there is an actual audience for these books out there, and I am fulfilling an actual need in the world. On to a different topic again. I think this is about the time for my second anniversary on Linux, and I have to say it has been a very nice experience coming from Windows. My older hardware runs faster and much more stably, and generally I prefer computer stuff to just get out of the way so I can do my thing, rather than require me to fiddle with it, and ironically Linux has been very good at that, despite its reputation as the enthusiast's choice. The only drawback I see, and that's a drawback with developers, not with Linux, is that there is a lot of software, particularly in entertainment software such as games, which will not run natively on Linux. Again, this is more a problem with the developers of that software than it is a problem with Linux, but I feel it should be mentioned as part of the user experience. And speaking of computers, as I mentioned, I am running very old hardware, specifically a second-generation Core i3. This computer has passed its 11th birthday, and while it has proven quite durable, I think it is about time for an upgrade. I am currently building a more modern, although not entirely modern computer from parts sourced from eBay, friends who are discarding older hardware, and so on. This time, I'm planning my build around running Linux from the start. Pretty soon we will be able to run most games and productivity software, if perhaps not all of it, in a Linux system with all the benefits to security, stability, and performance that Linux offers over Windows. I think that about covers all that I wanted to talk about this month. See you next month.